excitement of the undercover world, eh? I thought we might be mixing with cracker cane gangs and rubbing shoulders with triads and yards.
Don't miss out on all this. This is organised crime, this.
Oh, yeah. School kids terrorising old ground.
And nicking their purses.
You'll have me crying in a minute.
Oh, yeah?
I will get my palm read, won't I?
It's a very respectable complimentary health forum. The practice is fully in support of it. Now, come on.
We're coming. Why does it start so early, anyway?
Just does.
Typical organic types, probably been chanting since dawn.
Didn't have to come.
Said I'd come, and I have.
Anita, looking good.
Hiya.
It's one of my patients.
Gearbox is knackered on this thing.
Well, you bought it. Now Jenny seemed to manage before you took it off her. Got the lights on, by the way.
Eh? Oh, yeah.
What's this bank manager like?
He's not our bank manager. He's an accounts executive loans officer or something. He's about 12 years old. He wants us to consolidate all our existing debts into one so they're easier to manage. See if there's a pen in there with it. What's that? I told our Jen not to wear that.
Why not?
Well, you can see her what's it. She said she wouldn't wear it again.
And then she gets changed in the car. That's my girl.
Go on, I've got plenty.
You'd get arrested for that.
For what?
Offering sweets to young girls.
She's not young. Picking the mix.
I've given up. What are you after?
I've got to go. I didn't realise it was so late.
Just wait a minute.
You said that half an hour ago.
That might have been it, you know.
Unlikely, hon. It could take months. Years. Let's not get our hopes up so soon.
Well, that was a virtuoso performance by me.
Yeah?
Love you too.
What's the rush?
Time is money.
We're 20 minutes early.
I want to make a good impression.
Should have worn your uniform then. You'll scare him if you don't calm down.
I just want it sorted.
That's your problem, you see. You want everything under control, all neatly packed in its little box.
What's wrong with that?
It's dull. I'm married to a control freak.
No, you're married to a bankrupt. I work hard, I work long hours. I'm skint through no fault of my own, that's all.
Sorry.
It's all right, as long as we get it cleared up. I can't have it hanging over me. I really can't, you know.
How are we doing?
Terrible. Not a fortune teller in sight.
I meant him.
Fine. I don't think he needs changing. He'll do the honours. Come on, you. Let's get you changed.
Come on. Watch what you're doing, will ya? Thanks very much.
See that?
I don't know, did you? I'll take the water. No, I want some excitement. You get on the bus.
Oh, you mucky pup, it's gone right through. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, get out of your way. Oh, don't mind me. Swear they save it up for special occasions, don't they?
Right, that's it. No one else gets on till you lot settle down.
Can I have my seat?
I'm fine.
You sure?
Thank you.
He's a little cutie, isn't he? How old?
6 months. Yes.
They're just lovely at that age.
This isn't your first, then?
No,
When are you due?
not soon enough.
Oh, hell's bells, now look what I've done.
Will you get cleaned up? I'll hold him.
Thanks.
Hey. Oh, what's his name?
Charlie.
My little girl's called Hannah. She's all grown up now, not like you. She's 15.
Any preferences for this one? Okay. All done, I can take him off you now.
Sorry, you must think I'm an idiot.
Is your partner here? Do you want to...
No, I'm fine, really. It's just he reminds me so much of my little Jamie.
Al,
I thought you'd done a runner.
can you take him for a minute? Won't be a sec. Just got to talk to someone.
Sure.
In a rush?
What's it to you?
What if I'm a police officer?
So?
Do you want to empty your pockets, please?
No, I'm 9 years old. You can't touch me anyway.
Do you want to bet?
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have got upset.
You sure there's no one I can get? Won't your partner be...
I'd rather my husband didn't see me like this. He thinks I'm completely mad at the moment.
Why?
Oh, you know, can't seem to concentrate. Come into room, forget why I'm there. I think it's this.
I couldn't seem to get a sentence out straight when I was pregnant. It goes. Would you rather I went?
My baby, Jamie, died 12 years ago. He was 6 months old. I think being so close to the birth has brought it all back.
How awful.
Hannah's Colin's daughter from his first marriage. I'm okay normally. They said cot death.
Were you seeing differently?
I know differently.
Did they misdiagnose?
He suffocated
How can you know that for certain?
because it was my fault.
No, don't do this to yourself. I'm sure that...
No, it was my fault. I killed him.
I'm sure you don't mean that.
I do. I've lived with this for so long. He suffocated, and I hid the pillow.
You suffocated
I
him.
thought they'd realise. I was sure they'd do some test and find out. I waited for them to come and lock me up, but they never did.
I don't think you should tell me any more. It's Anita, isn't it? Anita what?
Why does it matter?
Because I'm a police officer. Anita!
Come on, move!
I'm not going anywhere till that lot settle down. It's not good you complaining.
Careful, William! Watch where you're going!
Bog off.
You should learn some respect. Or else.
There's
Or
nothing I can
else.
do. You'll have to wait.
What was that? See you later, sucker!
Hey!
Stay where you are. Stay calm. Stay in your seats. Okay. Okay. Easy with the gun.
She's gonna shoot!
Right, everyone stay where you are. Stay still. I'm a police officer. Control from 5217.
Go ahead.
Gunshot on a bus in Quarry Street. Passenger injured. Suspect armed and dangerous. Require assistance and ARV response. Over.
Control to 5217.
Did you use the word?
Just looking for a friend of mine.
She shot her. Do something.
Didn't mean to hurt her. It was those lads.
It's okay, help's on its way. What's your name?
Kelly, just do something.
What's going on?
Don't worry, it's a false alarm.
Everything all right?
Not really, no.
It just went off. I don't know what happened. It was an accident.
All right, Mrs.
Harrow. Gwen Harrow.
Okay, Gwen. She needs a hospital. Why don't you just put the gun down?
I can't. It might go off again.
Only if you pull the trigger. If you don't want to put the gun down, how about I walk over there and I'll take it off you? Yeah?
What if I shoot you?
Perhaps I should have a word with him. Tell him his wife's upset.
What, and say she's just confessed to killing his baby? When did Anita say it happened?
12 years ago. She said being pregnant's brought it all up again.
Better get someone around to see it.
Do you think? Well, I doubt she's gone straight home, and even if she has, she's not going to cooperate with a couple of bobbies on her doorstep now, is she?
You can't just ignore it. She confessed to killing her child.
But she's obviously suffered. Who's going to benefit from her being locked up, a stepdaughter? Hardly in the public interest, is it?
It's in their unborn baby's interest.
Yeah. I'll go and see her.
You will.
You get me her address.
Sorry, doctor-patient confidentiality.
I'll get it from her registration, then. Hi, Bill, what is it? What?
What's the problem?
Something's come up.
What about the appointment?
It'll have to wait. She'll have to get a taxi. On second thoughts, maybe a bus is better. No, actually, you better walk. Hello, Sue? Yeah. And I'm in the vicinity. Yeah, I'll go to the scene and I'll see you back at the station. Okay.
I thought this was more important than work.
Stay back. Come on, please stand back. Keep moving, folks. Everything's under control, but we've got to clear the area. Come on, thank you. Stand back, that's it. Keep going.
Chris Armstrong, arm response.
A woman with a gun, 2 shots fired.
Anyone hurt?
I don't know, I think so. There's an officer on board.
Can I handle it? What's he like?
Well, he's like a mate, so get a move on, will you?
All right, boy.
I don't know what to do.
Don't do anything. I'm going to walk towards you and take the gun off you. Now look at me. That's it. Don't look at the gun. Just keep looking at me.
Something's happening. At least he's talking to her.
Should be in there.
The ARV boy should be on top of it, boss.
Look, he seems to be doing pretty well by himself.
Control 5217. Go ahead. I have the situation under control. Need an ambulance urgently and one of the ARV crew to make safe this machine gun. Over.
Machine gun?
I've got Steve.
Young girl, Kelly, gunshot wound to her arm.
What happened?
I'm not sure.
Hey, fella!
You had us going there?
Should have been me on that bus. I was the one looking for the action.
Well, next time it's yours.
Panic's over. The girl's on her way to hospital. Steve's talked our gunman down.
Good.
She's been brought in for questioning.
Let me know when she gets here. While we're waiting, can you run a check for me? Name, Armitage, Anita, registration, Romeo 138, November Tango Tango. Danny, you and Steve hang out a bit, don't you?
We used to. Not lately, though. Why?
Just wish I could keep an eye on him, that's all.
I think he's okay. It's hard to tell.
Here we go. Anita Armitage, 23 Hanson Street. Nothing for ages. A couple of drunken disorderlies way back.
How long ago?
10, 11 years.
Interesting.
That was quick, Mum. I wasn't expecting you back so early. Are you okay? Where's Dad?
He's still there. Going upstairs to lie down for a bit. It's just the baby. Yeah, I'll be fine.
Right, we're done here. Let's have you back to the station, eh? Was that live?
Oh, aye. Carl Gustav 9mm. Almost an antique, but it could still spoil your day.
It's very rusty.
It didn't stop the trigger mechanism from working, though, did it?
You okay?
Yeah, she's no great aim.
And you're a lucky man.
I don't know what I'd be like in that situation. I mean, you can think about these things, you know, working them over in your head, you know, knowing the procedures, but until it actually happens. Everything all right?
Oh, sorry. Miles away.
Just stuff. All right, stuff. Well, if I'd known that, I wouldn't have said anything.
Do us a favour and pull over, will you? To tell you the truth, I've got a terrible hangover. Just need to get a couple of headache tabs.
Well, I've got some tablets somewhere.
No, honestly, thanks. I need to get some anyway.
Thanks very much. Is there a problem, officer?
Oh, no, nothing official.
I wondered if someone had been complaining about the students upstairs. Terrible noise they make.
No, no.
What is it then?
I need the morning after pill.
Oh, right. I'll have to ask you a few questions.
I'm a bit pressed for time, actually.
Oh, sorry, we have to. It'll only take 10 minutes.
Name?
Gwendolyn Harrow.
Go leave you to it.
Well done today, Steve. You did a great job. Thing okay?
Yeah, it is now. All in a day's work, eh?
I still would have had her in straight away.
Would you?
She confessed to killing her own child, didn't she?
I didn't exactly get the chance to bring her in. Besides, she's heavily pregnant.
So?
I'm going to check the coroner's report, but there's unlikely to be any forensic. And with no other corroborating evidence, what do I have to go on?
What about the husband? Perhaps he has a story.
Which I'm sure he'll volunteer.
What's the alternative? Do nothing?
No, but even if she's found guilty, she'd as likely get probation. Can you see the CPS touching it?
We should still find out first.
Think of the damage to her daughter. And to a new child. She's just about to give birth.
Is that what this is about?
Don't you dare.
Okay. Sorry, Super.
You can cut that out too.
Your husband's in reception.
Oh, I'll be there in a minute.
You're giving her every benefit of the doubt.
I want to be sure, that's all.
Well, it can't be. I mean, what happens in 6 months' time when we're called to the sudden death of an infant? Could you live with that?
I'll ask her to come in.
You'll have to prepare your own statement, and I'll sit in with you if you want.
Yes, boss.
Are you on any medication?
Only the mini pill, and I forgot to take it yesterday.
Okay, about 50% of women who take this suffer from nausea.
Great.
And the other side effects are fatigue, dizziness, possible breast tenderness.
Anything else?
No. Take one now and the second in 12 hours.
Thanks.
They're funny-looking headache tablets. Just told him straight I wasn't prepared to accept that sort of language.
Good for you.
Don't care if he is my husband.
Quite right.
Hey, what's up?
Bye, Mr. Blake.
Right. She always that chatty?
Only with men she fancies. Charlie, okay?
He's fine. He's with Kate.
So what's this about?
Well, I looked into Anita Armitage's records, and there's something you might want to know.
Whatever happened to doctor-patient confidentiality?
It's in my patient's interest to tell you. There's nothing much until you go back quite a few years. Then she used to come in with every little cough and sniffle. Note said there was never really much wrong with her. She was always worried about things that weren't there.
Well, could she be making this up?
It has been known for women to falsely confess to killing their baby. Taking responsibility eases the guilt.
But so long after the event and to a complete stranger?
Well, you said it. Being pregnant has obviously brought things to the surface.
So I've just got to work out whether her confession is true or false.
You're the detective.
Oh, sounds a nightmare. I could get dizzy. I could get nausea. Oh, hey, I could do somersaults. Do you ever take the morning after pill?
Can't say I have.
No, I guess not.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Look, I'm really sorry. I've just wound up, that's all. Greg would go ape if he found out. He thinks we're trying for a baby.
He thinks.
Well, he is, but I'm not. I know. Carried on taking the pill after we'd agreed.
All right.
Thought the time had come, but not anymore. I want to get on here first. I'm worried about my chances of getting promoted with kids.
Well, the super seems to have managed.
Yeah, well, she manages everything. I was talking about the rest of us lesser mortals.
Hey, where have you two been? That bus business blew over ages ago.
We got a call.
No, you did not, because I'm the one that would have given you the call.
Bill, I needed to do something personal.
On police time?
When else? Best left, I think, Sarge. Girl stuff.
It was those lads' fault. They're a terror. It's about time somebody taught them a lesson.
So you thought you'd shoot them?
I had no idea the gun was loaded. I just wanted to teach them a lesson. I am so sorry about that little girl. Is she going to be okay?
Well, no thanks to you.
What were you doing with a gun anyway?
It's my husband's.
Right, let's give him a call.
He's been dead 12 months now.
How did he die? He wasn't, you know.
Pneumonia.
I'm sorry to hear that, Gwen.
So what were you doing with his gun on a bus then?
I was bringing it into the police station. To hand it in.
Well, I must be younger than I thought, because clearly I was born yesterday.
I promise. Jack had never let me before. It's taken me this long to get this far. I hate the things.
Hello, you must be Hannah Armitage?
Yeah?
Is your mother, Anita, in? I'm Susan Blake from Newton Park Police Station.
She's upstairs sleeping. I wasn't feeling well this morning, so Mum said I could stay home.
How is she?
I'll get her. She's been a bit down recently, but Dad said it's to do with her being pregnant.
How long have they been married?
I was about 3, I think, so I'd say
Quite a while.
my real mum died of cancer when I was a baby.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you're looking forward to having a new baby brother or sister?
Yeah, I can't wait. I've been nagging them for ages.
Hannah?
Down here.
Who is it?
Mum, this police lady.
Hello, Mrs. Armitage.
What do you want?
I've just come to ask a few questions.
I don't want to talk to you. I can't talk to you.
Anita, you have to talk to me. You don't have a choice. Come on, I'll drive you to the station.
You know, you could have phoned us and asked us to come and pick the gun up.
Never thought to. I didn't know what to do. And I didn't think it was going to go off.
Why did your husband have it?
He bought it. One of his war trophies. Not that he ever fought in a war, but he liked to pretend.
One of his war trophies? Do you have any more guns in the house?
Not really. Little Luger. Italian one. Beretta. But they're allowed, aren't they?
I don't think so.
But Jack said trophies were exempt from,
The law?
handgun legislation.
Yeah, well, they're not. We'll be taking the handguns as well, if that's all right, Gwen. And we'll need to do a search. I'll call one of the ARV guys and head over there, yeah?
I'll double check on the girl.
And we need to borrow your house keys.
I'd rather you didn't.
Why?
I've not hoovered.
Do you think we should charge her?
What? Illegal possession of a firearm? Possession of an illegal weapon in a public place? Discharging an illegal weapon in a public place? Nearly killing a young girl? Yeah. I think we should charge her. My only worry is we haven't got a phone big enough.
It was all accidental, though, Tiger.
It is if you believe her.
She was terrified. I saw her.
I think she knew exactly what she was doing. She was putting them in their place. I don't blame her, but I don't believe her either.
You have to have a foot on the ladder before you take time off. If I can't make sergeant, I might have to rethink the job. When you're thinking of taking your exams, I've already put in for them. No point in hanging back, is there? No. What, you think I'm too young? No, not at all. I mean, might as well go for it before you have a husband to think about. I mean, I know some people are happy to stay at constable level, but I think you've got to aim for the top in everything. Otherwise, what's the point? Exactly.
Okay. Interview started at 11:50 a.m. Present are Superintendent Susan Blake, Inspector Jim Alton and Anita Armitage. Anita, are you sure that you don't want a solicitor present?
Yes, I've lived with this for too long. I want it over with.
How old was your son Jamie when he died?
just over 6 months.
And was Colin Armitage the father of the child?
Yes. Were you married by then? No, when I met Colin, he was still with his first wife. When she was ill? We didn't know that at first, but yes. I got pregnant soon after she died. We were going to wait, for Hannah's sake, really. I mean, she was just getting used to me as her new mum without another baby as well. Anita, I'd like you to repeat the conversation that we had this morning. The whole thing? About Jamie, yes.
Perhaps you'd like to explain in your own words.
I'm such a bad mother. We know it's hard. No, you don't. You have no idea. I loved him so much. I didn't mean to do it. I mean, I know it was my fault, but I didn't mean to suffocate him.
Was he crying, screaming?
No. It was his afternoon sleep. He'd had a bit of a cough, so I'd check on him every so often. I was always so careful. But he seemed really restless. So I had this little pillow, not a big fluffy one. It was something my mum had made me, just a small pad, really. So I put it under his head to make him more comfortable. And then I left him. And he wasn't really rolling. I mean, I hadn't seen him roll, but I suppose he must have. Of course, I called the ambulance straight away, and Colin tried to give him mouth to mouth, but nothing worked. And the pillow was still in there. So I thought, there's no point leaving it in there. I mean, there's no point making things worse. So I took it out and hid it. I still have it if you want to look.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Keep you busy, don't they?
Yep. Bread knife, bottle opener, World War II handgun.
Not loaded. Why keep it in the kitchen?
In case she gets mice.
Well, better make sure there's nothing else she's forgotten.
Who's in charge here?
Superintendent Susan Blake.
I want to see her.
Could I have your name?
I want to see her now. I want to know why my wife is being held here.
How do we know if she's telling the truth?
I checked with coroner's liaison, see if anything was on file. It was registered as a cot death.
Let me guess, the baby's body was cremated.
No, actually, but there'd be no point in an exhumation. Asphyxiation in an infant's almost impossible to detect immediately afterwards, let alone. Jim, there's no physical evidence. It'd be impossible to prove anything conclusively.
Convenient.
What she's described was an accident, not murder.
Well, that's not for us to decide. We have to investigate.
Do you think she actually suffocated him?
Well, don't you?
I don't know. More to the point, I don't know if she knows.
She was seeing Armitage when his first wife was ill. She's no angel.
What's that got to do with it? I started to see Al before my divorce came through, and these things are complicated.
Mr. Armitage is in reception.
Thanks, Maddie. I'll be there in a second. Nothing she said gives us a cat's chance with the CPS. She may be guilty of negligence.
She confesses to you this morning, then she runs away. She could have just worked out a different version. That makes her clever, not innocent.
We still have to bail her for the time being. Could you tell Anita what's happening while I speak to her husband? Mr. Armitage?
Why have you arrested my wife?
I need to talk to you, but not here. Shall we go to...
Am I under arrest?
No.
Then I'm not moving.
Your wife's just giving us a statement.
Has she got a solicitor with her?
She refused one.
But what's this about? She's never done anything wrong in her life.
Please, come through. Mr. Armitage, earlier today your wife told me that she was responsible for killing your baby, Jamie.
And you believe her?
I don't know. I did. Now I'm not so sure.
She doesn't know what she's saying.
We're going to bail her to go home, but then we'll have to pass the details of her confession onto the CPS. Then it's up to them.
But it was cot death.
Your wife still made a very serious confession.
That she's in no fit state to make. She's upset, she's heavily pregnant.
All the more reason why we have to take this seriously. This isn't just about Jamie.
Jamie's dead. Why can't you leave it at that? Well, what do you think this is doing to Anita? Can I take my wife home now, please?
Hey, don't you start messing about with these things. You've seen how easily they can go off.
Sorry.
You've been charged and there'll be a court case in a couple of months, so you'll need to prepare a solicitor for that.
How's the little girl?
She's going to be fine.
Oh, good. What will my neighbours think?
Well, they'll read about it in the papers. You'll be a celebrity, a have-a-go hero.
Won't make any difference, though, will it? Those kids will still be up to no good.
Well, maybe, maybe not.
I suppose they might think twice before trying it again. Should have seen the look on that lad's face.
Gwen, excuse me.
Are you all right, love?
Yeah, I'm just feeling a bit off today, that's all.
Nita, okay?
Tired? Glad to be going home. What about him?
He was just trying to protect her. He's worried about her, and I don't blame him. What she needs is psychological help, not some court case that's going to drag everything back to the surface.
We're doing the right thing.
We're playing by the rules, that's all.
What did you say to them?
I told them what happened.
Saying what? Tell me.
That I was responsible. How's Hannah?
She's upset. She wants to know what's going on.
I think we should tell her.
I don't want you telling her anything. You've said enough.
She's 15 now, Colin. We can't fob her off anymore. If this goes to court...
It won't. I'll make sure it doesn't.
How? She'll find out eventually. Isn't it better that she hear it from us? This is all my fault.
No, it's not.
You don't understand how he feels.
I understand only too well.
I'm terrified it's going to happen again.
Is there any chance of getting the guns back? They remind me so much of Jack.
Well, not really. I mean, you've seen what can happen.
Not even the Luger. He was especially proud of that.
I mean, you can get them deactivated, but I think it's a bit of a palaver.
But if you could look into it.
Feeling okay?
Me, I'm fine. You're the one who should be feeling traumatised.
Not at all. If anything, I feel quite good.
Wait, officers! I forgot about these.
Don't move. Stay where you are.
What's she doing?
Do you want them?
Connie!
Watch out!
You okay?
This isn't brain tissue, yeah? What about you? What are you playing at? You could have got hurt!
No, I couldn't.
Sorry.
Dad,
It's okay.
what's going on?
Nothing.
Didn't sound like it. Like Mum said, I'm 15. You can't fob me off anymore. Whatever it is, I've got a right to know.
I have to go. I'll explain later.
Heard about you and the grenades. Gather you stood firm in the face of danger. Expect you learned that from me. That time I leapt the roof. Actually, I was talking to Irene about it just this morning. It was one of those life in your hands, seat of the pants, eye of the tiger moments. I just stared into the abyss and jumped.
Part of the job.
Absolutely.
I mean, if it's going to happen, there's nothing you can do to fight it. If you're going to get hurt, you're going to get hurt. Who cares?
Right. Oh, yeah. Better tell the super about it, eh?
There's no need to, is there?
Oh, grenades going off. What you want to know about that? Oh, there's danger and there's the wrath of God.
We don't need to make a song and dance about my bit, though, do we?
Brave and modest.
Thank you for coming back. What did you want to tell us?
Anita shouldn't have talked to you. She's only made things worse.
How has she done that exactly?
If you know something...
She's lived with this for 12 years. We all have. We've suffered enough for Jamie's death. I had hoped that Anita getting pregnant this time would help, but it hasn't.
Anita seems very sure that she's responsible for your child's death.
She doesn't know what she's saying. You don't want to listen to her.
It's hard for us to ignore such a confession.
Surely you can see that.
Why rake up the past? What's the point? It doesn't benefit anybody.
It might benefit the safety of your next child.
The only thing that puts my baby at risk is this whole process. I tried to get Anita to see someone, but she wouldn't have it. It's not her fault.
The death of a child is a difficult thing for anyone to get over.
If it's not Anita's fault, whose is it?
I love my family. I'd do anything for them. I don't want to see them torn apart anymore. What if someone is found responsible?
That depends on what happened.
Anita's become fixated on this pillow. But she's got it wrong.
How do you know that?
Because I found Jamie.
You found Jamie?
I gave him mouth to mouth. He'd only just stopped breathing, but I couldn't get the breath back into his body.
How did you know he'd only just stopped breathing?
What?
You just said you found Jamie and that you thought you'd be able to resuscitate him. What made you think that?
Everything you've just said contradicts Anita's statement. One of you is lying.
Anita's invented her own version that she believes to be the truth, and I let her.
But it's not what really happened.
I tried to give him mouth to mouth, but it was already too late.
Why was it too late?
It wasn't cot death.
Colin, did you do something to Jamie? Are you responsible for Jamie's death?
No, I'm not. We always knew there was a problem with Hannah. I thought we were dealing with it. That it was something most children went through when another baby comes on the scene. But we had to watch her all the time. I was working at home, and she was just playing. I didn't think anything of it at first. I didn't even notice that Hannah wasn't there. I should have known. I should have done something sooner. She must have put the pillow across Jamie's face. I sent her out of the room. Tried to resuscitate him. But it was useless.
I'm off loose for a drink.
Oh, you weren't feeling too well?
Yeah, I was, but my brush with the Second World War seems to have helped no end. I want to get out of here before I have the gym and the super on to us.
Yeah, I'll join you.
Barry?
No, thanks. This undercover nonsense has played havoc with me paperwork. Gotta stay and get it finished, I'm afraid.
Trying to impress the super, eh?
Would I?
Looks like it's me and you then.
How about my place? I could do with some company.
Isn't Greg at home?
Yeah, as I say, I could do with some company.
Why didn't you tell Anita what had happened?
To protect Hannah. I don't know why, really. I never really thought it through. Then what was the point?
So you allowed her to believe she was responsible?
I thought everything was okay. But when Anita got pregnant this time, she began to think she was to blame. She told me she'd done it. Told you too. But all along I knew she hadn't. But what could I say?
And what about Hannah?
She was 3 years old.
And you've carried this with you all these years?
Yes.
That must have been hard.
No, not really. I'd already lost one marriage. I'd have done anything to protect the other. I still would.
If there's no investigation, would you want to go on living with it as a secret?
If Anita's okay, yes. I want her and Hannah to enjoy this baby as much as possible. And whether they will or not is up to you now, isn't it?
Here, let me give you some money for that.
No! God, you just saved my life today.
I suppose every man's got his price. Like £6 a lager.
Yeah. Special offer.
Hey.
Get up! Oi! We're off duty.
Come on, give it up.
I'll use it.
A bottle. A measly bottle. I've had a machine gun and grenades today. Is that really the best you can do? All right, son, all right.
Hello, sucker. Yeah, that's it. What? You are going to let the rest of us get a look in at some time, aren't you? I don't do anything, me, not even scraps.
Hey, how's your paperwork coming along?
Ha-ha.
She was upset. Something's wrong.
Don't worry, sweetheart. Everything's gonna be fine.
You off home?
Soon. A few bits and bobs I want to clear up first. Won't stay long. Colin Armitage okay?
He's gone home. Told him we wouldn't be pursuing the investigation. So, I'll need to keep a copy of the coroner's report.
Unlike you to do any tidying.
It's okay with you?
Yes, it is. We don't have to play by the rules the whole time, do we?
Cheers.
Cheers, my dear.
Hi, Steve.
Bit of a day. Thought you weren't drinking at the moment,
But I am.
but we decided.
Oh, we haven't decided anything. I've just been talking to Steve about going for my sergeant's exams.
Yeah, she'll sail through.
I'm sure. But obviously not just yet.
Probably next year.
Hang on, Con, what if you're pregnant?
Right, that's me done.
There's no need.
No, I'm off.
Cheers, Steve. Another time, yeah?
Yeah.
Is this your way of telling me you're not sure?
No, this is my way of telling you I am.
But we talked. I mean, you stopped taking the pill.
I'm really sorry.
Friday on BBC One, join the cast of EastEnders for a star-studded celebrity bash.
Who's the better kisser, Phil Mitchell or Steve McFadden?
Steve McFadden. EastEnders, it's your party, Friday at 7 on BBC One.